Gyan Bohit, Boat of Wisdom, presents Guru Nanak's compelling paradigms in the land of Bhrigu to deal with unfavorable situations through practical solutions. It also encompasses the memories of saints who had overlaying viewpoints as Guru Nanak.
गुरु महाराज ने ये समझाया इस संसार को कि भाई आप सब मिलके अच्छे मार्ग पकड़े, सत्य के ऊपर चले।
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सबा गुर प्रसाद
माता रैन देनस दोय दाई दाया जग खेले खिलाई
Guru Nanak emphasized the importance of sustaining natural resources. As an environmentalist, he compared human relationships with elements of nature. For example, air, vital for our physical being, is equated with a teacher who is important for our spiritual existence. Water, a sustainer of life, is compared to a father who is a provider. Similarly, as earth bestows nourishment, it is likened to the womb of a mother which nurtures. From Daulatabad, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled northwards to Bharuch, Prabhas Patan, Junagadh, Ahmedabad, Ujjain, and reached Chittorgarh. From Daulatabad, they first travelled to the city of Bharuch. In trailing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Daulatabad to Bharuch. Bharuch is a city in the present-day Indian state of Gujarat. It is an ancient town situated in the region where the Narmada River merges with the Arabian Sea. Bharuch was a shipbuilding center and an important seaport for trade, dating back to the 6th century BC. Narmada is one of the 7 holy rivers of the Indian subcontinent. the other 6 being the Ganga, Yamuna, Sindhu, Godavari, Kaveri, and the extinct Saraswati. Hindus believe that a dip in any one of these 7 rivers washes away one's sins. Along the banks of the river Narmada, we first visit the Bhrigu Rishi temple, an ancient site dedicated to Bhrigu Rishi, from whom the city of Bharuch gets its name, is known to be one of the Sapt Rishis, the 7 sages of primeval India. Bhrigu Rishi is known for his manuscripts on Brahma Chinta Parnali, which include the wisdom of 5 supreme sciences, predictive astrology being one of these sciences. Bhrigu Rishi is famous for his text Bhrigu Samhita.
भरूच का नाम पहले भृगु कच्छ था, उसके बाद पड़ा भरूच। भृगु ऋषि ने खुद भरूच की स्थापना किया था। उन्हें भृगु संहिता लिखी थी भरूच में।
As Bharuch was an important center of Hindu pilgrimage, Guru Nanak visited the city to engage with spiritualists. On the banks of the river Narmada, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana were approached by a sannyasin, a lady hermit, who sought advice on how to attune her mind with the divinity of the Omnipresent. In reply, Guru Nanak sang,
ना मन मरना कारज होए, मन बस दूता दुरमत धोए। मन माने गुर तेक होए, निर्गुण राम गुण वस होए। आप निवार विचारे सोए, आप निवार विचारे सोए, ना मन मरना कारज होए।
even though peace is desired universally, yet unrest is witnessed all around. The mind controls human emotions. When identification with the mind is overcome, emotions emerging from it are dissolved. What then remains is purity of thought. Guru Nanak says, where there is purity of thoughts and intentions, there is peace. Tara Singh Narottam in his book Gur Tirath Sangrah has written in 1884 that a site by the name of Nanak Wadi was established by the Udasin community to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit to Bharuch. Mahant Narbada Das was a well-known Udasin saint of this shrine. This site was located near the present Bharuch railway station. It ceased to exist after the British government acquired the land in the 18th century. In 1988, Gurdwara Chadar Sahib was built on the banks of the river Narmada by the Sikh community to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit.
Bharuch, on the banks of river Narmada, is a settlement since the times of antiquity. This Gurdwara is a memory of Guru Nanak's visit to this town.
According to the narrative written on the information board at this site, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana reached the banks of the river Narmada in the night. When the boatmen refused to ferry them in the dark, Guru Nanak spread a sheet on the river on which they floated to cross the river. This incident does not find mention in the earliest Janam Sakhi texts. During our travels on Guru Nanak's footsteps, we have come across many narratives which seem to have been created to attract naive masses. Personally, when I read Guru Nanak's verses, they give me insight and strength to deal with unfavorable situations by providing practical solutions. I find that his words are a touchstone which validate his pragmatic philosophy. Speaking metaphorically, Guru Nanak compares wisdom to a boat, which is a mode for passengers to traverse the river of adversity.
Gur paudi bedi guru, gur tulhar nao, gur sur sagar bahtho, gur tirath darayao.
From Bharuch, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana took a boat on the Narmada river and sailing through the Arabian Sea, they reached Prabhaspatan. Trailing in Guru Nanak's footsteps, from Bharuch, we travel by road to Prabhaspatan. The port city of Prabhaspatan has been famous for shipbuilding for centuries. It is also known as Somnath Patan, named after the historic Somnath temple.
The town of Prabhas was a port when Guru Nanak visited the Somnath temple, which is attributed to Som, the moon, Shiva, and the confluence of the three rivers.
We visit the Somnath temple, the famous Hindu pilgrimage center. This site is associated with the belief that when the luminosity of the moon waned to a point of extinction, it was energized by Shiva, such that it transitioned through the phases of crescent moon, half moon, and finally, it regained its brightness as a full moon. In Indic traditions, the moon represents the human mind, and hence its waning and waxing states are a reflection of the changing states of human emotions. The Somnath temple is one of the 12 main Jyotirlinga sites across India, representing different manifestations of Shiva. At Prabhaspatan, the Triveni Ghat overlooks the Triveni Sangam, a confluence at the Arabian Sea of the three rivers, Hiran, Kapila, and the mythical non-existent Saraswati. In the Hindu tradition, this confluence is believed to be sacred as these rivers flow into their ultimate destination, the sea, which symbolizes the convergence of birth, life, and death. People visit this site to perform religious rituals and to bathe so as to wash away their sins. At one of the temples in Prabhaspatan, I saw a dog sitting at the steps of a temple with its gaze focused on the sanctum sanctorum. To the human, the characteristics of a dog express some important traits such as loyalty and unconditional love for one's master. The sitting dog brought to mind a verse of Guru Nanak, in which he uses the metaphor of a dog to remind us that dedication and loyalty to Omnipresent is displayed by keeping daily guard against actions which over time become ritualistic practices.
एते कुकर हाँ बेगाना पोका ऐस तन ताई भगत हीन नानक जे होएगा ताखस में नाओ ना जाई.
From Prabhas Patan, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled by foot to Junagadh. Trailing in Guru Nanak's footsteps, from Prabhas Patan, we travelled to Junagadh.
Junagadh, the city in the foothills of Girnar Hills, has many old mosques, Buddhist caves, Jain and Hindu temples, which reveal of its rich religious and cultural past.
Girnar is home to one of the ancient rocks upon which is inscribed edicts propagating the Buddha's Dharma, the path of righteousness, peace, and harmony. This edict was installed by Emperor Ashoka in 250 BC after he witnessed a colossal loss of human lives in the Battle of Kalinga and thereafter adopted Buddhism. He dedicated his life to spreading Lord Buddha's message of ahimsa and installed such rock edicts in prominent locations across present-day Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. In the vicinity of the Uparkot Fort, the influence of monastic, Buddhist and Jain traditions are visible in the remains of the 1st century caves, which were carved out of rocks and had served as residential quarters for the monks. During Guru Nanak's visit, this region was known as Sorat Desh, named after Queen Sorat, one of the 7 fabled heroic women of Sindh. She is known for sacrificing her life as a testament for her love for her husband, King Rai Diach of Junagadh. It is believed that in the Indian musical system, the musical measure of Rag Sorat was inspired by Queen Sorat's attributes. This rag evokes an intense desire to act upon one's strong convictions. Guru Nanak conscientiously incorporated regional folklore and moral stories to deliver his profound messages so that the local people could easily relate with their essence. At Girnar Hills, Guru Nanak sang a verse in Rag Sorat.
सोरठ सदा सुहावनी जे सच्चा मन होए दंदी मैल न कत मन जीवै सच्चा सोए ससुरै पेयै पैवसी सतगुर सेवनि संग पर हर कपड़ जे पिर मिलै खुशी रावै फिर संग।
When the purity of speech and non-duality resides in the heart, the mind is in conviction to be on the path of truth. On reaching Junagadh, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana proceeded to the Girnar hills. We now visit the Girnar hills, which are located about 4 kilometers from the city of Junagadh.
Nine 9,999 steps lead to the ancient sites on top of the Girnar hills. At the time of Guru Nanak's travels, and even in present times, these are important sites for pilgrimage.
These ancient historic sites belong to the religious traditions of Jainism, Shaivism, Vaishnavism, and Shaktism. Since ancient times, people associated with different religious traditions have been visiting the Girnar hills. Even in present times, Aghoris, the non-conventionalists, and Nanga sadhus, the naked ascetics, in addition to adherents of many other traditions, continue to congregate on these hills. During the time of Guru Nanak's visit, the Girnar hills were an important center for the followers of Guru Dattatreya, who lived centuries before Guru Nanak. In the Janam Sakhi artworks, Guru Nanak's visit to the Girnar hills is often depicted as a meeting with a reclining sage, a symbolic representation of Guru Dattatreya, who is considered as a master of Tantra, the esoteric magical practices. Tara Singh Narottam, in his book Gur Tirath Sangrah, written in 1884, notes that Gurdwara Charan Padaka existed in Junagadh to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit. The site has now ceased to exist. It is said to have been built by the almost extinct Sutra Shahi community of mendicants aligned with Sutra Shah, a disciple of Guru Har Gobind, the sixth Sikh Guru. Junagadh is home to a large Sindhi community, which has built many places of worship in the memory of Guru Nanak.
This Gurdwara in Junagadh is made by the Sindhi community who migrated here from Pakistan.
We took this opportunity to visit a Sindhi family who maintain a Gurdwara within the precincts of their house in Junagadh.
This is the oldest Gurdwara in Junagadh at Circle Chowk, which has been built by the Sindhi community in memory of Guru Nanak's visit to this city.
From Junagadh, we make a detour from Guru Nanak's trail to visit Dwarka in order to trace memories of Bhagat Pipa, a saint whose philosophy was aligned with that of Guru Nanak's. Bhagat Pipa spent the majority of his life in Dwarka, a port city in the state of Gujarat. The ancient Dwarkadhish temple at Dwarka is an important Hindu pilgrimage associated with the deity Krishna. Bhagat Pipa was born in the year 1425 AD to a royal Rajput family of Gagaron village in Rajasthan. Though enjoying all the pleasures and comforts of royal life, Bhagat Pipa yearned for spiritual knowledge. During a visit to Varanasi, he sought acceptance from Bhagat Ramanand to become his guru. Bhagat Ramanand refused to accept him as his disciple till he discarded the ego accompanying worldly position. As such, the distinction of high and low could be obliterated. Accordingly, Bhagat Pipa renounced his royalty and walked the path of spirituality. Epitomizing humility, Bhagat Pipa and his wife travelled the country to serve common people. He sang hymns composed by him to earn proceeds, which would then be distributed amongst the poor. At Dwarka, after having made a considerable effort to find a physical site associated with Bhagat Pipa, we discovered a small shrine just behind the iconic Dwarkadhish temple.
भक्तमाल पुस्तक में लिखा है कि पीपावाऊ गांव है, वहाँ के रहने वाले हैं पीपाजी भगत। जो कपड़ा सिलाई वाला जो दर्जी लोग हैं ना, उनके ये गुरुजी है पीपाजी। पीपाजी का स्वरूप जो है पहले मिट्टी का बनाया था।
Bhagat Pipa, one of the saints of the Bhakti movement, was a contemporary of Guru Nanak. There is no evidence that Guru Nanak and Bhagat Pipa met in person. However, his verse is enshrined in the Guru Granth Sahib, the sixth scripture, as an indication that the philosophy of monism, the oneness of creation, overlapped.
Kaya bahu khande khojte navanidh paaye na kach aaybo na kach jaaybo Ram ki dohai jo brahmande soi pinde jo khoje so paave pipa pranave param tat hai सतगुर होए लखावे
Bhagat Pipa says that the entire universe is a manifestation of the one supreme power. From Junagadh, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled by foot to Ahmedabad. After having made a detour to Dwarka, we resume our journey in the footsteps of Guru Nanak from Junagadh to Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad, situated on the banks of the river Sabarmati, is located in the Indian state of Gujarat. Historically ruled by Hindu kings, it transitioned to the Delhi Sultanate in the 14th century. In 1411 AD, Sultan Muzaffar Shah named it Ahmedabad. In Ahmedabad, we were unable to find any site commemorating Guru Nanak's visit. However, The followers of Guru Nanak congregate at the Gurdwara Gobind Dham. In this city, there are mosques that have a distinct blend of Islamic and Hindu architecture. Architectural experts describe these structures as a Hindu body with Islamic apparels. The workmanship displayed at these sites reminds me of Guru Nanak's words of appreciation for the humble attribute of the supreme energy, which remains elusive and does not visibly assert its creativity, even after having created the entire diversity.
जाते सभाणाता जागत उपाया बाज कला आदान रहाया.
From Ahmedabad, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana traveled to Ujjain. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Ahmedabad to Ujjain. Geographically located at the Tropic of Cancer, Ujjain was earlier known as Avantipura. It has been ruled by two iconic rulers, King Vikramaditya, who is accredited for formulating Vikrami Samvat, the Indic calendar system, and his elder brother, King Bharthari Hari, a prominent Nath Jogi figurehead.
Ujjain, located on the banks of river Shipra, was historically a prominent city and continues to be an important place of pilgrimage for the Hindus.
At Ujjain, every 12 years, the Kumbh Mela is held on the banks of the Shipra river. We visit the Mahakaleshwar Jyotirlinga temple. This temple is one of the 12 Jyotirlinga sites, which symbolically represent different manifestations of Lord Shiva. Pilgrims pay homage at the temple after taking a ritualistic bath at the Shipra river. We now visit Gurdwara Guru Nanak Ghat on the banks of the Shipra river.
At Ujjain, Guru Nanak had dialogues with the Nath Panthi followers of Bharthari Hari. This Gurdwara is in remembrance of Guru Nanak's visit to Ujjain.
During the times of Guru Nanak's visit, a large community of Nath Jogis, the followers of Bharthari Yogi, resided in Ujjain. On hearing Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana sing on the banks of the Shipra river, the Nath Jogis approached them to inquire which form of God they revered, why they did not attach importance to religious bathing, and what path they followed for spiritual cleansing. In reply, Guru Nanak sang,
उत्तर अवकट सरवर नावै बक न भूले हर गुण गावै जल आकाशी ਸੁਨ ਸਮਾਵੈ ਰਸ ਸਤ ਚੋਲ ਮਹਾਰਸ ਪਾਵੈ ਐਸਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਸੁਨੋ ਅਬ ਮੋਰ ਭਰਪੁਰ ਤਾਰ ਰਹਿਆ ਸਭ ਠੌਰ ਭਰਪੁਰ ਤਾਰ ਰਹਿਆ ਸਭ ਠੌਰੇ
Guru Nanak said that he reveres the force which resides in all forms and cleanses his mind from vices of bathing in the waters of truth. We now visit the Bhartari caves, which are located in the outskirts of the city of Ujjain. These caves are named after King Bhartari Hari, who after renouncing his kingdom, lived here as an ascetic. Later, many man-made caves were built around it by his devotees and the Kanfatta Jogis, the split-eared ascetics. Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana were invited by the yogis to stay in their commune for a few days. The yogis mentioned that through the practice of fasting, prescribed religious meals, and supernatural powers, they had discovered techniques to live a long, disease-free life. In response, Guru Nanak sang,
खेमा गही व्रत सील संतोखं रोग न व्यापै ना जम दोखं मुक्त भय प्रभ रूप न रेखं जोगी को कैसा डर होए रूख बिरख ग्रह बाहर सोए निरपो जोगी निरंजन ध्यावै अन दिन जागै सच लिव लावै सो जोगी मेरे मन भावै.
Guru Nanak said that he practices fasting through forgiveness and contentment. In the state of liberation, he envisions oneness with all. Abiding by the laws of nature, he remains in union with the force which gives life and death. The pilgrims visiting the Mahakaleshwar Jyotirlinga temple in hope of salvation would also visit Bhartari caves. Some visitors asked Guru Nanak if there was any better path to achieve salvation than visiting sites of worship. In response, Guru Nanak sang,
अध्यात्म कर्म करता साचा मुक्त भेद क्या जाने काचा ऐसा जोगी जुगत विचार पंचमार साचुर पंच मार साचुर धारे।
Religious protocols are just concepts created by belief systems. Guru Nanak says, seekers who truthfully delve deep within to awaken their consciousness find the secrets of salvation. At a short distance from the Bharthari caves, we visit the memorial of Guru Machindar Nath, also known as Matsendra Nath, who started the tradition of the Nath Yogis. Bharthari Hari was a disciple of Guru Gorakhnath, who was one of the notable disciples of Guru Machindar Nath. Historically, both Muslims and Hindus revered Guru Machindar Nath. This fact about cross-community followership of Nath Yogis is also stated on the information board at this memorial. Muslims would refer to him as Peer and the Hindus as Guru. From Ujjain, we make a detour from Guru Nanak's trail to visit Dhunwa Kalan in Rajasthan to explore memories of Bhagat Dhanna, a saint whose philosophy was aligned with that of Guru Nanak's.
मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को अभिमान, कायागार से कायागार से काचीरे जैसा ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया धूल हो जाती।
At Dhunwa Kalan, a Gurdwara and a temple commemorate the life of Bhagat Dhanna.
ऐसा सत्य था महाराज जिनका मुल्कों में नाम, दिन घर झूलता हाथी।
Bhagat Dhanna was born in 1415 AD at this village to a humble family of farmers. A noble, simple-hearted person, the accounts of his life mention that as a young child, he seriously took the advice of a Brahmin who gave him a stone and directed him to worship it as the divine. His pure intentions and deep devotion enabled him to have a glimpse of divinity. Even in a simple stone, he saw the unity of the entirety of creation. There is no documented evidence that Bhagat Dhanna and Guru Nanak met in person. But inclusion of 3 of his verses in the Guru Granth Sahib, the sixth scripture, indicates that their thoughts were philosophically aligned.
गुरु नानक देव जी ने इनकी भी वाणी सुन करके अति मंत्रमुग्ध हुए और संकलित किया। कई संतों की वाणियाँ उन्होंने संकलित की। तो इससे हमें यही संदेश मिलता है गुरु नानक देव जी से और धन्ना जी की जीवनी से कि धर्म कोई अलग अलग नहीं है। कभी आपस में बैरभाव रखना नहीं सीखा था, सभी प्यार से और प्रेम से रहे।
Both Guru Nanak and Bhagat Dhanna exhorted the importance of purity of one's actions and exhibiting unwavering faith in the Omnipresent, who provides nourishment for all, even for the tiniest creature residing inside rocks. Psychologist Abraham Maslow's law of hierarchical needs states that one can only aspire to altruism if one's basic needs are first fulfilled. In humility, Bhagat Dhanna seeks the provider to take care of his basic needs so that he can peacefully devote himself to the service of others.
गोपाल तेरा आरता, गोपाल तेरा आरता, जो जन तुम्हारे भगत करते तिनके काज काज संवारता। गोपैस मंगोला वेरी इकता जन तोरी चंगेरी कर की गीहन चंगे जन तन्ना लेवे मंगे।
From Ujjain, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana traveled to Chittorgarh. After having made detour to Dhunwa Kalan, we resume our journey in the footsteps of Guru Nanak from Ujjain to Chittorgarh.
सारा घट माही ज्ञान का जंजीरा, साहिब सुले जाविया।
At the time Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana visited Chittorgarh, this region was known as Mewar.
आयो मन लोभी लालची रे, यो मन कालू की भराम किया जाल चलावे रे।
Chittorgarh is the largest fort complex in India atop a hill. This city is famous for the temple of Mirabai, the celebrated female saint of the Indian Bhakti tradition.
The fort houses several magnificent monuments, some dating back to the times of Guru Nanak. The presence of many historic Jain and Hindu temples inside this fort is a testimony to the spiritual importance of this city amongst people of diverse faiths. Inside Chittorgarh Fort, there exists only one site associated with Guru Nanak. It was set up by the members of the Udasin community. With the older generation of the Udasin members, Baba Prabhu Das and Kishan Das having passed away, the shrine is now managed by the family of Ratan Das, who are farmers.
मैं रतन दास, पिता का नाम गोपीलाल जी। हम किले पर चामुंडा माता मंदिर और गुरुद्वारे पे विराजने हैं। और मेरे दादा गुरु किशन दास जी उदासीन पंजाब अमृतसर से गुरु ग्रंथ साहब लेके पधारे। गुरु साहब का यहाँ स्थापना की है उनकी देह। गुरु नानक देव जी ने जो भ्रमण किया था, तो उनका उपदेश तो ये आता है कि उन्होंने मतलब इस संसार जीवन को तराया है, तराने के लिए ही वो निकले थे। जो सब कुछ है, जो वो एक अहंकार है, उसके हवाला कुछ नहीं है। गुरु महाराज ने ये समझाया इस संसार को और इस जीवन को कि भाई आप सब मिलके अच्छा मार्ग पकड़ें, सत्य के ऊपर चले। तीर्थ व्रत ये सब गुरु की चरणों में है, माता पिता के चरणों में आता है।
Observing the vast footprint of the coexistence of diverse faiths in the Chittorgarh Fort complex, I reflect on how all belief systems essentially aim at harmonious existence.
ओडड़े नाम विसारिया, बूडड़े क्या तिस चारो, गुण छोड़ बिख ला दया, अवगुण का वण जारो।